Action verbs and verbs of being. What is a verb? A verb is a word that expresses an action or state of being. Every sentence has at least one verb. Examples of verbs. She skates. The pitcher throws the ball. He goes to school. She was sad. Action verbs. What is an action verb? An action verb is a word that expresses actions, things you can observe, things you can do. Examples of action verbs. Jose studies the map. Emily caught the ball. George skated on ice. All of those verbs are showing action. Verbs of being. What are verbs of being? Verbs of being express a state of being. So, for example, Jamie was curious. Many of you might think that the verb in the sentence is curious, but can you curious? No. The verb is was. But then you might think, I can't was. True, but you can be, and was is a form of be. Another example of verbs of being, the glass is on the table. Is another form of be and works in the present tense. The glass is presently on the table. Another example, the science lab can be dangerous. This is a form of be. It's a direct form of be. Forms of be. So be changes based on time and perspective. Some examples of forms of be: am, is, are, was, were, be, being, been, has, have, had, will be, has been. We conjugate be differently based on the subject of the sentence. For example, I am, and we can see am in the list of forms of be. The subject in that sentence is I. The verb is am. He, she, it is. The subject in that sentence is he. The verb is. So we would say he is, she is, it is. So we conjugate that form of be differently based upon the subject. So we would never say I is. That isn't the correct conjugation of the verb. You, they, we, are. Again, are is a form of be. So we would say you are, they are, we are. Again, we would never say she are. It's not the right conjugation of the verb. Or we is. It's not the right conjugation of the verb based on the subject. Examples of action words and verbs of being. Again, action verbs are words that express actions, things you can observe, things you can do, and verbs of being express a state of being. So in this sentence, what is the verb or what are the verbs in the sentence? The example is, the dog loves treats. So what is the verb or what are the verbs? And is it an action verb or a verb of being? The next example, Michelle moved and grooved on the dance floor. What is the verb? What are the verbs? And is the verb an action verb or verb of being? And the next example, Dwayne is an amazing math teacher. What is the verb or verbs in the sentence, and is it an action verb or a verb of being? In review, verbs show actions or states of being. Action verbs are things that you can do. Verbs of being are forms of be, like am, is, are, was, were, be, being, been, has, have, had, will be, or has been.